Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. Come join us as His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj reads from the new Sri Krishna Chaitanya book on February 1st, 2019 in Chennai, India.
Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Today, because the creative committee for the TOBP exhibit section.
So today, because the creative committee for the TOBP exhibits section
was originally scheduled for 6 to 7.
Was originally scheduled for 6 to 7.
And they changed it to 7:30 to 8:30.
Then they changed it to 7:30 to 8:30.
Then they changed it to 8 to 9.
Then they changed it to 8 to 9.
Which is the same time as my class.
Which is the same time as my class.
So it was too late to change it.
So it was too late to change it.
So we'll just have question and answers today.
So we'll just have question and answers for today.
And we're starting late.
And we are starting late.
Because of reasons beyond our control.
Because of reasons beyond our control.
Haribol.
Haribol.
So if you can write your questions out.
So if you can write your questions out.
It'll be easier.
It'll be easier. Dear Guru Maharaj, when we hear from pure devotee, it is said the Lord gets established in heart. Already Lord is in the heart as Paramatma. So during this hearing process, who is getting established and how? Who is it from? Shanta Gopi Mataji.
Anonymous letter question.
Anonymous letter question.
We will not take any more anonymous questions.
We will not take any more anonymous questions.
Although the Super Soul is in our heart.
Although the Super Soul is in our heart.
We may not be knowing that.
We may not be knowing that.
And we are just doing things as if we are the doer.
And we are just doing things as if we are the doer.
We don't understand that the Lord is actually doing things for us.
We don't understand that the Lord is actually doing things for us.
So, having the Lord fixed in our heart means that we will be constantly thinking of the Krishna.
So having the Lord established in our heart means that we shall be constantly thinking of Krishna.
We should be doing everything as a service to Krishna.
Which we should be doing every day as a service to Krishna.
So, it's a whole change of our subtle body.
So it is a whole change of our subtle body.
In the sense that now we feel connection with Krishna always.
In the sense that now we feel connection with Krishna always.
That means He's fixed in our heart. That
means He's fixed in our
heart.
In our heart. Okay, next question. Dear Guru Maharaj.
Yes.
From you again? Okay. Again from Shanta Gopi Mataji. Is chanting of holy name Yuga Dharma for every Kali Yuga? If yes, then does Lord Chaitanya come to establish Yuga Dharma? How does establishing Yuga Dharma happen?
Lord Chaitanya comes after Krishna sometimes.
Lord Chaitanya comes after Krishna sometimes.
And Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma.
And Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma.
In the 27th Kali Yuga.
In the
27th Dwapara Yuga.
27 times?
No. In the 27th Dwapara Yuga.
In the 27th Dwapara Yuga.
And sometimes Lord Chaitanya comes after him in the next Kali Yuga.
And sometimes Lord Chaitanya comes after him in the next Kali Yuga.
So the 4 yugas are 4,032,000 years, 320,000 years.
So the 4 yugas are 4,320,000 years.
And Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga are 4, 3, 2, 1 in that ratio.
So Kali Yuga is 1/10 of the other yugas.
So Kali Yuga is 1/10 of the yugas.
So that's why Kali Yuga is 432,000 years.
That's why Kali Yuga is 432,000 years.
And we've already been through 5,000 years.
And we have already gone through 5,000 years.
So now we have 427,000 years left.
So now we have 427,000 years left.
What's the Yuga Dharma of the next Yuga?
What is the Yuga Dharma of the next Yuga?
That will be revealed in the various Shastras.
That will be revealed in the various Shastras.
But even if it's Harinam,
But even if it is Harinam,
some other avatar of the Lord will initiate this.
some other Lord, some other incarnation of the Lord will initiate this.
Satya, there's meditation, Tantra Yoga, there's Yoga, and Dwapara Yoga, there's temple worship.
In Satya Yuga there is meditation, in Treta Yuga there is Yajna, in Dwapara Yuga there is temple worship.
So that's about 4 million years to the next Kali Yuga.
So that is still 4 million times,
4 million years
4 million years, 4 million years more than Kali Yuga
to the next Kali Yuga.
to the next Kali Yuga.
So you tell me what's a Yuga Dharma.
So you can tell me what is the Yuga Dharma. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, this is your daughter Satyabhama Sadhvi Devi Dasi.
Thank you, Satyabhama.
Gurudev, what can one do to not forget one's spiritual master even for a moment? What can one do to not forget one's spiritual master even for a moment?
A very glorious question.
That is a very glorious question.
We want to always remember Guru and Krishna.
We want to always remember Guru and Krishna.
So as we do everything as an offering to Guru and Krishna,
So we think every day, we take every day,
as we do everything,
if we do everything as an offering to Guru and Krishna,
then we will be constantly thinking of Guru and Krishna.
then we will be constantly thinking of Guru and Krishna.
It's like if you buy a gift for your loved one.
Just like if you buy a gift for your loved one,
Now, you may be thinking, well, what does that person like?
well, you may be thinking, what does that person like?
And you pick out some gift.
And you may pick out some gift.
So it may be that you're thinking about the gift,
It may be that you're thinking about the gift,
but you're thinking in the context, what does this person like?
but you're thinking in the context, what does this person like?
And therefore, you're always thinking about the person.
Therefore, you're always thinking about the person.
Even though technically you're not always thinking about him, but the whole action is offered to him.
So although technically you may not be always thinking about him, but all your action is offered to Him.
And therefore, your thought process is centered around the person you love.
So, therefore, your thought process is said to be
It's centered around the person you love.
is centered around the person that you love.
So if you love Krishna, if you love the Guru,
So, therefore, if you love Krishna, you love the Guru.
it'll be very easy to think always about Guru and Krishna.
It will be easy to always think about Guru and Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, how can we keep our enthusiasm going, because not every day we have the same enthusiasm? Rasapriya Gopika Devi Dasi Mayapo.
This is on the stage of Anartha Nivritti.
This is on the stage of Anartha Nivritti.
One of the anarthas is called thick and thin.
One of the anarthas is called thick and thin.
And sometimes the devotion is very thick,
Sometimes the devotion is very thick,
sometimes very thin.
sometimes very thin.
So thin and thick.
So thin and thick.
So by following the process and reaching the stage of Nishta,
By following the process and reaching the stage of Nishta,
then one will be fixed. And there won't be this thick and thin of the enthusiasm.
then one will be fixed, and then there will not be this thick and thin of enthusiasm. Next question. It's so difficult to read this, huh? Where? I'll read it. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the universal form to Advaita Gosai at his request, Advaita Gosai cried in intense ecstasy and begged with straw between his teeth for devotional service in humility. Do pure, humble devotees actually do that? Malini Sundari Devidasi.
Advaita Acharya is considered a topmost devotee.
Advaita Acharya is considered a topmost devotee.
And what he is doing is an example for all to follow.
What he is doing is an example for all to follow.
Everyone who is on the level of a topmost devotee will also be begging the Lord for enthusiasm, for service.
Everyone who is on the platform of topmost devotee will always be begging the Lord for service.
In the material world, one wants to control, to enjoy.
In the material world, one wants to control, to enjoy
The material nature.
the material nature.
But in spiritual life, one wants to be enjoyed by the Lord.
But in spiritual life, one wants to be enjoyed by the Lord.
One wants to please the Lord.
One wants to please the Lord.
And one wants to serve the Lord.
And one wants to serve the Lord.
So the Hare Krishna mantra means, Lord, energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service.
So the Hare Krishna mantra means, O Lord, O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service.
So, as we engage in the Lord's service, His devotee service, our taste for Krishna consciousness increases.
So for being engaged in the Lord's service, in the devotee's service, our taste for Krishna consciousness increases.
So the Lord is enjoying His pastimes.
So the Lord is enjoying His pastimes.
He is always happy.
He is always happy.
And the devotees who are participating with His pastimes,
And the devotees who are participating with His pastimes,
they're also happy.
they are also happy.
Who wants to be happy?
Who wants to be happy?
And the real happiness is to please Krishna.
So the real happiness is to please Krishna.
We're part of Krishna.
Be a part of Krishna.
So when He's pleased, we are automatically pleased.
So when He is pleased, we are all automatically pleased.
When He's happy, we're also happy.
When he is happy, we are also happy. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
All glory, AGTSP. Dear Guru Maharaj, generally Kshatriyas are known to be passionate. But in our Sampradaya, we are supposed to be in the mode of goodness. How to perform Varnashrama duties for those in the Kshatriya Varna? Your servant, Sridhar Prabhu, Hyderabad. In our Sampradaya, see, generally Kshatriyas are known to be passionate. But in our Sampradaya, we are supposed to be in the mode of goodness. How to perform Varnashrama duties for those who are Kshatriyas? Your servant Sridhar Prabhu, Hyderabad.
Interesting question.
Interesting question.
You see, many of the people which I thought were Kshatriyas,
Many of the people whom I thought were Kshatriyas,
because their work was like that.
because their work was like that,
But Prabhupada said they're actually Sudras,
Prabhupada said they're actually Shudras.
because the real Kshatriya works on a religious principle.
Because a real Kshatriya works according to religious principles.
And they have a chivalry that definitely shows, but they have certain rules they follow.
They are definitely chivalrous, but they have certain rules that they follow.
They give charity,
They give charity.
they, they have various rules that they follow.
There are various rules that they follow.
When, for instance, when Dronacharya was the general of the Kurus,
For example, when Dronacharya was the general of the Kurus,
during the Kurukshetra war,
during the Kurukshetra war,
he was ruthless
he was ruthless
because he wanted to win.
because he wanted to win.
But the Kshatriyas, they followed certain codes.
But the Kshatriyas, they follow certain codes.
They were chivalrous, but they were not ruthless.
They were chivalrous but not ruthless.
When a person surrenders, they will spare him.
When a person surrenders, they will spare him.
But somehow Dronacharya was more ruthless than a Kshatriya.
Somehow Dronacharya was more ruthless than a Kshatriya.
Being a Brahmana who taught Kshatriyas.
Being a Brahmana who taught Kshatriyas.
So it's not that our Kshatriya is just passion,
So it's not that our Kshatriya is just passion,
but he doesn't have ignorance.
it doesn't have ignorance.
And some are called Raja Rishis,
And some of them are called Raja Rishis,
where they're Kshatriyas, but they're also Pandits and also Rishis.
they're Kshatriyas, but they're also Pandits and they're Rishis.
So they have goodness and also passion.
So they have goodness and also passion.
So, we are Kshatriya and Krishna consciousness. We serve Krishna in a particular way.
So being a Kshatriya in Krishna consciousness means we serve Krishna in a particular way.
We don't use our violence against any other devotee
We don't use our violence against any other devotee
unless it's self-defense.
unless it is self-defense.
We rather use the violence in accordance with religious principles.
We use our violence rather in our
According to religious.
according to our religious principles.
So, I don't know if that answers your question, but that's the answer I can think of.
I don't know if that answers your question, but that is the answer that I could think of. What is the order we take darshan from Sri Panchatattva? Is it okay to take darshan of Lord Nityananda first, Ananda Krishna from Mayapur? what is the order in which we take darshan of Sri Sri Panchatattva? Is it okay to take darshan of Lord Nityananda first?
Well, we say, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So if we follow that Panchatattva mantra, that will be the order we see them in.
So if we follow that Panchatattva mantra, that is the order that we would see them in.
Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, and Srivas, and all the other others.
So Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Advaitacharya, Gadadhar, Srivas, and all the others.
Of course, when they have the shelter of the Guru, who is a dear devotee of Nityananda Prabhu, and by their mercy get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
Okay, one may have the shelter of the Guru, who is a dear devotee of Nityananda Prabhu, and in that way they may get the shelter of Krishna. Chaitanya, sorry.
How we see the Panchatattva, we see it in that way.
So how we see the Panchatattva, we see in that way.
Lord Nityananda is the servant of Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Nityananda is a servant of Lord Chaitanya.
And so we are the servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Nityananda, who is the servant of Lord Chaitanya.
So we are the servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Nityananda, who is a servant of Lord Chaitanya.
And some are serving Advaita,
Some are serving Advaita,
some worship Gadadhar and Gauranga.
some are serving Gadadhar.
There's a deity in Ritudvip
There is a deity in Ritudvip
of Gaur Gadadhar.
of Gaura Gadadhar.
Also the personal deity of Bhaktivinoda Thakur,
Also the personal deity of Bhaktivinoda Thakur,
who is worshipped in Godrumdvip,
who is worshipped in Godrum Dvip,
is Gaur Gadai.
is Gaur Gadai.
So some people worship Gaur Gadadhar, but most worship Nitai Gaur.
Some people worship Gaur Gadadhar, but most people worship Nitai Gaur. Dear Guru Maharaj,
Yes.
you mentioned we have 7 islands.
Huh?
You mentioned we have 7 islands. Do the people there know about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes and teachings? If no, then how to reach them the message? Rajeshwar Gaurdas. What 7 islands? Oh, before he mentioned like Jambudvipa and Plakshadvipa and other places in the universe. Other dvipas. Navadip Dham there is 9 islands.
And
The 7 islands are the universal islands, the part of the Bhagavatam cosmology. Jambudvipa and other, Plakshadvipa and other. How to reach people there?
just worry about your plan first.
Just worry about your planet first.
And, after this life, you can go with and help other planets.
After this life, you can go and help other planets.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was walking one night,
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was walking one night.
and he saw he was looking at the moon
He was looking at the moon
a long time.
for a long time.
All the disciples were watching him and wondering, what is he looking at?
So all his disciples were watching him and wondering, what is he looking at?
So then he turned and told them
Then he turned and told them,
that the young Bahirmukh on the moon,
they have become Bahirmukh on the moon.
they have become materialistic.
They have become materialistic.
We need to go there and preach.
So we should go there and preach.
So Prabhupada may be there with him, and I'll go where Prabhupada is.
So Prabhupada may be there with him, and I will go,
I go.
and maybe we'll go.
I like to go.
Okay, so Prabhupada may be with him, and I like to go where Prabhupada is.
So while we're here in this planet, we like to extend Krishna consciousness unlimitedly in this planet.
So while we are on this planet, we would like to expand Krishna consciousness unlimitedly on this planet.
And then we're ready to go to the next planet.
And then we are ready to go to the next planet.
Some of these planets, the people living there are on subtle platform.
Some of these planets, the people living there are on the subtle platform.
So they're not visible to us
So they are not visible to us
unless we have a similar subtle body
unless we have a similar subtle body
or some special blessing to see subtle entities,
or some special blessings to see subtle entities,
or unless they want to show themselves.
or unless they want to show themselves.
When they came to our prayers to Lord Chaitanya in the womb of Mother Sachi,
When they came to offer prayers to Lord Chaitanya in the womb of Mother Sachi,
Lord Chaitanya caused their shadows to be visible to Mother Sachi.
Lord Chaitanya caused their shadows to become visible to Mother Sachi.
And then she started chanting Narasimha prayers.
And then she started chanting Narasimha prayers.
And then they realized that they were partially visible to Mother Sachi.
Then they realized that they were partially visible to Mother Sachi.
And they fled away.
So they fled away.
There are 14 planetary types,
There are 14 planetary types,
and those are explained, we explain those in our exhibition.
and we'll explain those in our TOVP exhibition.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.